Hey guys, it's Jeff here, and we're gonna do my plant tour today. So I'm just gonna actually get right into it and actually take you over to the corner of my room where the whole plant journey kind of started. The first plant, basically. So I'm gonna switch the camera around here. This is my Philodendron Brazil, and I think I've had it for like a good going on 5 years now. When I first bought it, it came down just over the pot to about the bottom of the pot, and then it ended up growing like crazy. I had vines wrapped up to the top here. There were vines growing behind my dresser, and this past summer actually took it outside and extended all the vines out, and some of the longest ones were like around 26, 27 feet long. So a lot of them were actually breaking on their own. I don't really know why. Sorry, the lighting is terrible. I have a grow light in the lamp that's underneath it, so I think that helps a lot. But ended up trimming a lot of the vines down and kind of repotting it, putting it in some new soil, and it's starting to fill out a little bit more, which is pretty nice. So I'll have this probably for a really long time. But other than that, this is like the main corner where I kind of started plants, because I had this lamp, put a grow light in it. Don't have a lot of light in this room naturally from windows. So I have like a little stand here, and right now what I have over here, I have this really cool pot that's got 4 separate pots, but it's all together, and they're all English ivy, just different types of English ivy. It's my favorite one, which is like the variegated. There's the heart shape or sweetheart ivy, and then I just have another variegated, and then the like arrowhead or something like that, but all English ivy. That is my little staghorn fern that I recently just got. I do need to plant it up still. I actually just purchased this piece of cork. This here, I'm actually gonna, I think, use the sphagnum moss and plant it in this, kind of have it coming out one of the sides, and then see if I can like hang this from the ceiling or something. I think that'd be kind of cool. There's another ivy. There's like a creeping fig, which is dying, so that's going to be taken out soon. Here's a bird nest fern, which is not doing that great. I need to repot it. And a little African violet, which has got some new leaves actually coming up on it. I had to cut all the blooms off. They ended up dying. Over here I just have like this cute little bonsai that I got. I ordered it from Hertz. I really liked the setup that it had, and it came with that cool little light, the whole feel of it. These jars here are actually another project that I'm working on, and I think I'm going to get into that at a later date, and I'll go more into detail with it. This is my little piece of fiddly fig top. So basically, when I ordered it and got it in the mail, the very top was broken off, and I was like, oh, I'll put it in water just in case and see if maybe it'll root. And like a month and a half later, it started shooting out roots like crazy, so I'm really excited about that. I'm gonna plant that up soon. I think I'm gonna wait a little bit longer though. Let me know what you think. I think I'm gonna wait for those little tiny roots to get a little bit bigger. So yeah, so other than that, I guess we can kind of do like a room tour. This is my bedroom at my parents' house, so it's small, and there's like no natural light. This window that I have is a west-facing window, and we actually have tint on the window because I get way too much direct sunlight, and it would just heat up the room, so it's a lot darker. But all the lamps that I have like grow lights in them. That's my tapestry there, and I have just some art all over my room. That's just some fake moss up in that geometric shape thing there. Really good friend of mine, Natalie, she made this for me. I love mountains, and she put nails in that board and kind of took like string and kind of like made the shape of the mountains. Thought that was really cool. She got that for me for my birthday one year. And I love feathers, so I have a lot of that aesthetic going on. And then my humidifier that I just got, that I posted on my Instagram, amazing. Keeps the humidity really regulated in here. Little like propagation station that I have with a little piece of the staghorn fern. I don't think it's gonna root, but it broke off on its own, and I figured, I'll just stick it in some water and see what happens. I just have a couple pieces of bamboo here, and then 2 pieces of my Philodendron Brazil, and they have roots growing on them. This is a little kind of like micro aquarium that I have set up with a couple fish in it and some live plants, and that kind of pertains to the project with the jars that I have over there on my dresser, which I'll get into later on. Other than that, so that's my room. I have a little betta fish over here, just a simple little tank. And then eventually up here I want to put like a grow light, or maybe move a lamp up there, and so I can put plants up there. Right now I just have some like knickknacks up there. This is actually a whole nother thing that I want to do a video on. This is a curio cabinet that I made into a bird aviary, but I want to do that as like a separate thing. So that's my room. And then over here, this is my crazy collection that I have. I guess we'll start from the bottom. So this is my Chinese evergreen, the Aglaonema. I forgot which variety it is, but I just love all the bright pink color and the variegation with the lighter pink. Doing really well. It actually came with a flower on it, but the flower ended up dying quickly after I repotted it, which kind of makes sense because of stress and everything. But it's actually getting a new flower right there. They don't need a ton of light, I hear, so it's getting some light offset from the lights above. That was from Hertz. And then this here, I have my 3 snake plants down here. This is my Bantel Sensation, one of my favorite snake plants. I'm hoping it's gonna have a lot of babies shoot off and get a lot bigger and bushier. In the back there I have my Norfolk Island Pine. I think it's kind of like, I don't know if it's like dormant or what, but I haven't had any new growth on it. And I've had it for a couple months now. Another snake plant that I got, that one was from Hertz, as well as this one, which is a lot taller. In the back there I have an Aurelia, pretty sure it's the Ming Aurelia. That is from Hertz as well. What I did was I actually did a big order from Hertz. I ordered like 13 plants in one sitting. So a lot of these are from them. Up on the next shelf, this is a Calathea, the Medallion Calathea Rosa Pincta or Picta. This one is the one that I kind of like rescued from a local plant shop, and I don't think it's doing so hot. Those 2 leaves in the back curled up. I just recently repotted it, but I accidentally left water in the tray at the bottom, and I forgot to dump it out, so I think that it got too much moisture, so I'm hoping it dries out a little bit. This is another Aurelia that I got from just like a department store. I just like the variegation on it and the edges of the leaves. There's my Stromanthe Trio Star, which is actually doing really well. This leaf in the back here, this little one here, recently just kind of uncoiled. This is my variegated String of Hearts. Doing okay, not growing too fast. I hear that the variegated don't grow as fast as the normal. This one here, one of my favorites, the Calathea White Fusion, doing really well for me actually. And actually, I hear a lot of stuff about watering with like distilled water. I use tap water, But what I do is I put my fish tank water conditioner in the water, so it takes out like the chlorine. I haven't noticed any issues with anything else, and everything's doing pretty well. This here is a Philodendron Hope, I think, or a type of it. It's really small, but it's doing really well right now. Then we have, let's see, Alocasia zebrina, really tiny, just the 2 leaves. That one looks like they had cut that in order to not take up too much energy, but this new leaf is unfurling pretty well. This is another type of Alocasia. I want to say it's like Laudenbacchiana, but I don't really know the exact pronunciation of it. It gets like these really long, elongated, like razor edged kind of like leaves. This is another Aurelia. Don't exactly remember what this one's called, but it's got like that crinkle type leaf. Back here, I got this from a local plant shop, and it's a bunch of stems actually all together. But this someone named for me on Instagram. I'm sorry, I don't have your name written down right now. But this is an Ardesia, red Ardesia, I think. This is the one that a lot of people say they get like little berries on them. So we'll see what happens with that. Up here, I have my Pilea, which actually, this leaf, this one, and this one here are actually all new. This one started off really tiny when I first got it. There's actually more growth coming in. This one's from Hertz as well. Back here is some random plant that I picked up from a department store. It says Dragon's Tongue. There's the scientific name at the bottom there. It says it gets little tiny flowers. I actually haven't even repotted it. I'm kind of not digging it much.